Good morning, guys and girls. It's Tom Panos here. With me, I've got a team of people from New Zealand. We are at New Plymouth, and this event is being brought by Property Press over here. And I've got with me around 50 to 100 real estate agents, and the subject we're talking about is vendor-paid advertising. Guys, can I get a big yell out here, everyone? Okay, so here is the secret to vendor-paid advertising. Number one, what I notice is that anyone that's really good at getting vendor-paid advertising has three characteristics. Here they are. Number one is this: they believe in it. They have self-belief. They actually know it's right for the owner. And what happens is if you've got high belief, that does a lot of the selling. The energy is what introduces vendor-paid advertising. If you believe in something, it comes through. So number one is they have self-belief. Number two secret of people that are really good at getting vendor-paid advertising. Hello, Emil. Hello, Amir. How are you? Guys and girls, do me a favor. Can you share this video to your colleagues because it is useful information on getting vendor-paid advertising. Number two is this: the secret of vendor-paid advertising is believing. Number two is actually having scripts. You need to know how to sell it. You see, one person can spend 5 minutes saying something that takes 10 seconds. I'll give you a classic example. One real estate agent says this: "Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Vendor, you really should market your property because we really want to show it to a lot of people. And we want to make sure that everyone sees it, and we want to create competition, and we really want to make a big song and dance about it. You can't sell a secret. It's honestly the right thing for you to do." So I just think to myself, you could say that like this: "Mr. and Mrs. Vendor, would you like me to give you a marketing program to make you happy or want to get you top dollar?" Bang. I want top dollar. "Mr. and Mrs. Vendor, can I just say to you, I've seen lots of homes in New Plymouth lose tens of thousands of dollars at the time of sale because the owner tried to save a few $1,000s at the time of listing. Can I show you how to avoid that mistake?" "Oh, but Tom, I don't want to spend $2,000. "Mr. and Mrs. Vendor, I get it. I'd like to ask you another question. What's more important to you? The risk of over-marketing by $2,000 or the risk of underselling by $50,000? Nice, simple, short language that gets straight to the point. "Oh, but Tom, the other agent said that they've got 2,000 people on their database already. Why do we need to market?" Okay. So what you're saying to me is that you'd like to have a try with a database and not spend any money marketing? Let's give it a crack. But I'd like to let you know, if that property hasn't sold after we've done that, we'll come back and have another chat about it. So you don't fight a client. You go and meet them where they're at. But you whet their appetite and say, if it doesn't happen, we'll talk about it then. Because sometimes you can actually get into a really big argument with a client and say, no, you're wrong. You should do it. The best time to actually be doing it is when the people are there. Hey, don't fight with people you haven't even signed up yet. Work with them. And by the way, can I just say, you will only ever recommend marketing if you believe in it and you think it's the right thing for the client. Some other pieces of dialogue that I think are extremely useful with vendor-paid advertising. Mr. and Mrs. Vendor, I have to say to you, that in many ways, taking out vendor-paid advertising and investing in marketing is like taking out insurance. Like you've got a car, it's worth $50,000. You spend $1,000 a year ensuring you don't lose on that car, ensuring that you don't actually end up having this asset being impacted financially. I have to say to you, you need to invest $2,000 in marketing to ensure that we don't undersell the biggest asset that you own. In many ways, it's taking out insurance. And I think that if you've got the right scripts and dialogues and you've got self-belief, then there's the third thing. Here it is. The third thing is case studies. Nothing is better than actually then having stories and case studies of properties which are simply other people that you've done and you go through and said, this is what they did. Nothing is more powerful than case studies, evidence-based case studies. So all of a sudden, if an agent has got self-belief, if they've got good scripts and dialogues, which by the way, you guys on the video aren't going to see because I'm going to cover it in here, and you've actually got case studies, and I'm going to show everyone a template to use at a listing presentation, you've got those three things. I've got to tell you, it's pretty comprehensive to an owner where they turn around and say, look, that's a compelling story, because fundamentally, I've got to tell you, owners want to achieve the most money in their pocket. That's what they care about. And I've got to finish off on this story. Do you know the number one selling hamburger in the world is the Big Mac? But do you also know that it's considered one of the shittest tasting hamburgers in the world? If you actually Google it, a hamburger in Newport, USA, got Hamburger of the Year, best tasting burger. But no one knows about it. It only happened like a few months ago. But everyone knows about the Big Mac. That's a shit tasting burger. So what do we know? It's called the law of product. The law of product says this: it's not the best product that wins in the market, it's the best marketed product that wins in the market. And that's why on taste tests, even though Pepsi-Cola beats Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola wins market share. And all I'm saying is be the agent that goes out into the market and outmarkets the competition, because it's the home that's got the most eyeballs that wins at the end of the day. Guys and girls, share this, maybe even share it to one of your vendors. They need to see that, because at the moment, if they're sitting on your books and they're stuck, maybe they actually need to tell people about their damn property.